Here to give us his thoughts is Ross Gerber, who invests in Tesla and is a co-founder and CEO of Gerber Kawasaki Wealth and Investment Management. Ross, very good to see you there. So is this just a case of too much ambition, expanding too fast, and then having to pull back rather hurriedly?
Not at all. I mean, this is a case of somebody who refuses to use the type of strategies necessary to grow the business, like doing traditional advertising, which would seem to be like an obvious place to start. Now, I don't know if the viewers know my background, but I ran for the board of Tesla briefly a year and a half ago to force these issues, and they refused to do anything about it. And now the cost has been 15,000 or 14,000 employees have lost their jobs. Sales are going down. Profits aren't rising. And a lot of this is because Elon Musk has become so toxic that he literally turns off people from buying the best vehicle on the road. So this can all be fixed, but it all comes down to the CEO. So it's sad to see regular people lose their job because of the CEO's behavior.
So this is a personality question. Is there an element to which the world is falling out of love with electric vehicles at the moment, where they may have reached a period where all the early adopters, all the keen enthusiasts have got one, and people who are more worried about running out of juice at some point still haven't clicked in?
Well, we're not seeing that in Europe, actually, and we're not seeing that in China, where sales are now almost 25% or more of car sales. It's only here in the United States where we have a lack of education about the benefits of driving electric vehicles that companies like Tesla should be pushing forward. But electric vehicles are the best cars on the road. They save consumers money. They have plenty of charging options. There's just a lot of misinformation out there. But I think as consumers pay higher and higher prices for gas, and then look at where that gas money is going, electric cars are the best options for consumers, and they just need to know.
So speaking as someone who has your money in the business, what is the answer to this? Is it really that Musk stands aside and lets somebody else take over Tesla?
Well, I mean, ideally, that's not the solution. Really, what he should do
doesn't sound realistic to me, as I suggested to you. I don't believe my own question.
I think the problem lies on Twitter, and it's what he's saying. He's become so divisive and toxic. It's him, Donald Trump, and Kanye West are in the same, talk about language, and it just, you can't sell cars when you're banging on immigrants all day and this and that and complaining, So it's just not a corporate strategy that works.
Well, that's the jacuzzi I would not like to be inside myself. So the answer is he has to get off Twitter and focus on the main bit of the business, is it?
100%.
Basically?
100%.
And do you think that of all the things that Elon Musk has done, from the rockets and the rest of it, buying Twitter looks now like the biggest single mistake he's made?
Yeah, it's no question. And I think if you look at it, I kind of compare it to, when Napoleon invaded Russia, and, he didn't want to accept that invading Russia was a bad idea, and it ultimately ended his career. So I think, if Elon spends a little time on Apple TV and watches Napoleon, maybe he'll realize that he's got a Napoleon complex and it's destroying Tesla.
Don't buy social media. Don't invade Russia. Ross Gerber,
Yes.
Thank you very much indeed for joining me.